Okay, hopefully we're good. Okay, so I'm. Hello everyone. I'll just wait till people join us. Some people. This is kind of like unexpected. I have been postponing this live, so I don't know if anyone will be present. But hi, hi Ness, hi the Reborn Collective. Can you hear me? Okay, girlie. Can you just type in there in the comments? How is the sound? Okay. Hello, Mika Flanagan. Hi, Shannon. Hi, loves me some rainbow babies. Sounds good? Okay. Okay, perfect. Hi, Karen's Reborn Art Dolls and stuff. Hi, Shelly. Hi, hello, everyone. So I'll just, I have Karolinka here because I wanted to change my Evie. I may actually do it like in the middle of the chat. I don't want this to be forever because I know it's late and it's middle of the week and we are expecting some storms. So I just wanted to come on because I promised it and I talked to my ladies, to my moderators, and everybody was available. So thank you so much to both ladies who are here to help me. Oh my god, I didn't get a notification. You didn't? Okay, so let me catch up here. Hi Jen, hi Bells Reborn Nursery. Hello, Joanne from Michael Fox Foster. Okay, so thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Melissa Vickery. Hi, Melissa. So I just wanted to chat a little bit about custom orders and what are expectations of people of customers. What do you expect? How the custom order should go, and what is your opinion on work in progress photos, on receiving work in progress photos? And I am really glad that there are my friends here who have been around for some time and who had a lot of custom orders from all around the world, not only the domestic ones, but also international ones. Uh, I'm in the middle of custom. What prompted me is actually I received my work in progress photos in one of my customs. And the thing is, it's unexpected because it is in the middle of the custom, and I was really pleasantly surprised because I kind of like I'm not used to this kind of updating or of this kind of updates at this stage of the custom order. I don't know. So I just wanted to come on. Let me catch up here for a second. Okay, there's Shelly. She's so cute. It makes me want to talk baby and pinch her cheeks. Thank you so much. So Jenny says, "How are you all doing today?" Michael, Joanne says, "I love progress photos." And the Reborn Doll Collective Ines says, "I don't always get work in progress, but when it's a master artist, I don't usually expect them." Shannon loves me some Reborn babies too. I have not gotten any yet either from this artist and I'm working with, but I'm okay with it. And okay, so here's Jen, who is an artist. I only provide work in progress if my customers prefer me to. So yeah, well, let me just say that I have been. Last time I had a custom order from a domestic artist. They have been kind of like more, I don't know if they are trained by domestic customers, and don't take this the wrong way because I know that a lot of people can be pushy. I was just talking to Ines the other day and I said, you know what, I really, I don't know if I could be an artist, but it's just way too much stress with people. I just know how it is when you're selling something and it's not even all that expensive, how people can get. So but the last time someone did the doll for me here, that was Susie, and she has been providing a lot of work in progress pictures. I would say like sometimes it was like she wanted me to keep like getting super excited about it. I guess, and it was a custom after a very long time because she normally didn't do customs. But then I got some custom work from Europe. Well, all of my custom work is now from Europe, and they don't provide any work in progress pictures, or maybe like a couple of them before they're going to root, and then like one day all of my customs have been like that, or most of them. They will just one day I just wake up and to like finish baby pictures, and I know that a lot of seasoned collectors it's normal. But I received some messages because some of the ladies who are following me here and on Instagram, or all of our us like bigger channels, they finally got around to get the customs from Russia. I'm not going to say which artist because it doesn't even matter. I think most of these artists they operate this way, and they were really nervous. It made them really nervous not to see any work in progress, which I'm used to. I don't count on getting any pictures. I got from these artists, and it's super sweet. And it was like I was like, oh my gosh! So I was sending pictures to my friends, and and enjoying them. But normally I didn't receive any pictures from other artists. So let me catch up here. Okay, agencies only. I only share it publicly with their permission. Okay, that's a good point that I want to touch up on too. Alice, hello, Alice, welcome. Jen says I have no problem with waiting for my reborns, with those that I know because I know that they're doing a great job. That's a good point too. If we have the trust in the artist, or we already worked with this artist in the past, I think it's easy for people. I don't worry about my customs, me as like personally, but I sometimes it's kind of like I'm nervous. I would be nervous if I didn't know this artist very well, or I didn't work with them. But usually I just buy like finished babies from artists like that to see their work, and then I try to get some custom work done. Okay, Ines says the Reborn Doll Collective. My baby from Vetrova, I got zero work in progress pictures, but I had totally faith in her ability, so I was okay with it. Exactly, Ines. Yeah. Well, we all know, first of all, your baby is stunning. Second of all, Natalie has been around. She is not no new dog on a blog, as they say. So she's very well known. She's a master artist, prototype artist. So Shannon says, I think you nailed it, Ines. If you trust the artist and have used them before, there are no worries. Exactly. Trust has to be there. Yeah, I agree, Shannon. Mika Flanagan says, I'm currently waiting on a custom for 2 years, and it was supposed to be done about a year and a half ago. Okay, well, that's actually, thank you for reminding me, because I kind of started from left to right. I wanted to talk about the contract, or what newer collectors should do if they don't know. If they want to avoid waiting, I worded it the wrong way. If they wanted to avoid waiting for a doll for a couple of years, because quite honestly, that's a long time. Year and a half ago, I would be done with that baby. Quite honestly, I don't know how you ladies, but if I keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and I don't hear any word from the artist, I mean, year and a half, and I don't know how is the communication, if this was expected, Mika, but Jen says, I just offer progress to get feedback, as if they want more detail or thicker hair or something like that, if that makes sense. I give them the option to make decisions while I make them, which, yeah, I agree, Jen. Sharon says, that's a good service, Jen, I love that. Joanne, exactly, I only worry when it's someone that I know, where I don't know, I think. Shelly says, I haven't gotten a custom yet. Mika, that's way too long, Ines, says the Reborn Collective. I agree. I mean, yikes, Mika. So, ladies, oh, Ellie says, oh, wow, Mika, I would not be happy with that. I would, Shannon says, I would lose the bond. I would be upset. Joanne says, it depends on who the artist is because some of them have waiting lists and they are running behind. Okay, so I'm not happy with it as she's a known person, Mika says. Moon does Reborns. Hi, hello, welcome. She says they have a lot going on. Oh, okay, so first of all, ladies, every time some new collector asks me or one of my friends, I think we all say the same thing. Ask what is the time frame. If there is a waiting list, make sure the times are reasonable. You don't want to wait a decade for your doll. I think if you are okay with it to wait a year or a year and a half or 2 years, that's fine. But you should be, the artist should tell you, okay, there is a waiting list and it's going on for 12 months or 18 months or whatnot. I don't know. That's how I feel, because I think with every custom we kind of want to know the time frame, even the least problematic customer. I'm super patient. I don't message my artists. I just tell them what I want. We discuss that prior we start the custom. The only thing that I want to know, if I reserve the spot, or how would I say, if I pay safety deposit. Not all artists require safety deposit, but I think with more and more scammers and people who just, they reserve the spot and then they're not ready and they don't have the payment and then they try to change the contract or the terms of the sale. I think more and more artists will refrain from doing customs, and the brave souls that actually will do customs, they will probably have crazy iron tight contracts. So yeah, the only thing that I truly ask my artists, if I'm waiting or I'm just securing my spot or we are waiting for the kit to be released, which is one of the latest situations, I just want them to let me know, okay, your kit has arrived, my dealer shipped the kit or the sculptor released the shipment date, and I have it physically with me. And I will start working on this kit, let's say in 2 weeks or in 4 weeks. Get your money ready. I, I think that's reasonable, but other than that, I don't have any requirements when it comes to the schedule. So let me catch up here. Jen says, Bell's Reborn Nursery, I try not to let my wait list get past the point of 4 months wait. And Inaz, the Reborn Doll Collective says, waiting list is different than having entered into a commit to buy by leaving a deposit. Exactly. Paula, hi Paula. Oh no, my battery is low. I will join another time. Hugs, Joanne. Bye, Joanne. Thank you for stopping by. Shelly says, this is great info for us new collectors. I would never have thought it would take that long. Well, I want to say, Shelly, not a lot of artists have this lists this long. I have been just recently contacted by an artist. I inquired about if she was taking any customs, and she was really like behind a couple of months ago. And now she contacted me that she has an opening for the April of the next year, which on one hand, I love her work. On the other hand, I don't know if I will have the kit in, like, especially, you know what I mean, guys. That's too firm for me just to say yes in April. If I have a kit in mind for particular artist and it's worth it, I will wait. But if just, if you don't know what kit you would like to have, or if you don't have any kits ready to be done, or if you don't have any plans, it's kind of like, I don't know if I would just sign, because she requires deposit. And what if I find another artist that I would like to try before, or I'm not, I just don't like that work anymore, or I would like to try different styles, and I will lose my deposit. So that's that's another thing. Let me catch up here. A very good policy, Katie. Thank you, Jen. Paula says, hi, Bells Reborn Nursery. Hi, Paula. Okay. Ines, I waited a year for an artist, and as soon as I gave up, they contacted me and offered me a custom spot. Uh, yeah. How about if you wait a year and uh, then you see artists doing a lot of babies for sale, and a lot of other people's customs, and the name keeps like it's being pushed like behind constantly. That's another thing. You feel okay, so I have been patient for yeah. Well, I'm not talking now about Ines. It's just like this just popped in my. This happened to me a couple of years ago when I was promised a custom spot, and I thought, okay, so I got my money ready, and we haven't been actually waiting for anything. The kid was sitting with the artist, and I saw this artist doing other dolls, and I knew it was kind of like my turn, because these other dolls have been kids that have been released after mine. So that's questionable behavior in my eyes when it comes to customs. I haven't really like came across any problems with my customs, but sometimes some of these situations kind of made me wonder, okay, what is the policy on waiting list? Because usually it's not very clear. Nobody will tell you, okay, I have this waiting list, and I will contact you this and this time before, or you will be here and here in this spot, let's say from September to October. Because of course, if they tell you I will start on your doll on September, and if they're running late, nobody will get upset. I don't know one person who would be like, oh my gosh, it's September. So everybody's sitting quietly and politely, and then October comes, and then November comes, and December comes, and nothing. It's kind of what do you think, ladies? How long before you shoot a message to the artist and say, well, it's been months since it was my turn, so what's happening here? I would say like 2 months maybe to wait. That was one of the questions that people asked me. I have these questions here from Instagram, so I'm reading here. I'm kind of like scrolling. Shannon says, yeah, who knows how we will feel by then about that scalp. April is a long way off. Exactly. Excuse me. The reborn. Now imagine if you started custom, and yeah, like Mika's case, and it has been a year and a half, and you're still waiting for that doll, for that sculpt. It was probably a new release, and the customer was so super happy about getting the doll, and it took forever, and it takes forever, and goodness gracious, I mean, it will be a vintage doll by the time it's finished. In essence, I took her up on the offer, because it's an artist I always wanted the doll from. Then, yes, yeah, oh, I know. Ah, so excited about that baby. Jen says, Bells Reborn Nursery. I had a customer last year. She's hounded next dozens of times. The week I was finishing her doll, I messaged her every day. Everything was good to go. The day before I was going to ship, she was excited. The next day before I was about to ship, she flipped out. Said she waited too long and no longer wanted the doll. She had only waited a couple of months and knew she would be waiting that long. So, Jen, well, if you had established and you told your customer, okay, it's going to take this and this and this amount of time, and she was okay with it up until the day that you shipped, that's another story. That's fishy to me. I'm sorry. Ines, the Reborn Doll Collective says, I would not wait a long time unless it was a real good artist. Yes, I agree. Mika says, exactly, losing the bond is my fear with customs. Shelly says, law of vintage. Uh, Ines says, the Reborn Doll Collective. I appreciate when the artist gives realistic time frame to complete a doll, and communication is a key. I agree. And Shannon and Jen agree. So, okay, ladies, I'm not going to name the lady, but she was one of the people who asked me this about Russian artists. Now, we have to remember when we're getting a custom from artists in Europe, there may be a language barrier. And these ladies, a lot of them have been master artists and they're prototype artists, and they are accustomed to certain way of doing things, and they're not used to. I can always tell my viewers who are new collectors now, or ladies who just got into the community, they just got into buying. A lot of them never did customs before, so they kind of expect to hear from the artist every week. So I told this lady, do not stress that this is not a normal thing for European artists to contact you with every layer of paint. I don't think it's even like domestic artists do it anymore. Usually they will just tell you, I'm starting on your doll, then after they paint the doll, maybe they will contact you in the middle or while they finish with skin tone, and if to ask you if you want to add details, what kind of details, if you are happy maybe with intensity, even though Russians don't ask you, they will just do their thing because they expect you at a certain level. If you are a well-known artist, you expect people to see your work because you have certain kind of portfolio on your Facebook and on your Instagram, and they expect you to do your homework. They're not there to educate you about their painting style or how they operate. It's customers. Home. How would I say it? It's customers should do this. Okay, when you're determining who is going to do your baby, you should make sure that you like the painting style. You can't expect the artist to paint suddenly something different. Every artist has their special way. They have their way of painting, and if this artist's painting is okay, you may like one doll, but you don't like 15 other dolls, and you want them to replicate, let's say, Alexa Calvo's style, that's not going to happen. They will tell you, yes, I'm going to do a custom. That means, but with artistic freedom. That means I will be doing my kind of painting. If you don't like it, don't do custom with me. So that's where I stand. I think it's customers' responsibility, ladies, and collectors' responsibility to make sure that you like the style of the painting. And if that's not what you imagine for your baby, let's say, okay, I will tell you on an example. Let's say you pick this sleeping, peaceful baby, this kid, and you envision this baby to be super newborn, super red, with a lot of details. Let's say a little zit here, a little scratch there, maybe perhaps even lanugo. And then you go to the artist who doesn't paint this richly. They paint peaches and cream. There is no way, ladies, that you will get the painting or the style that you want from that artist. That artist may be better, let's say, for bigger dolls, for bigger size dolls. You will never get a newborn red baby from the artist who does peaches and creams, and vice versa. Hopefully I'm making the sense. Let me catch up here, ladies, because I'm here on a rant right there. Uh, Jen says, I issued her a full refund and resold the doll. Shannon loves me some reborn babies too, says, there you go, Jen. Resell the doll next and don't bother with that person again. Yes, I mean, I absolutely understand when artists say we have to protect ourselves, because there are people who have unrealistic expectations. Box openings, okay? I'll be right there at that topic when it comes to custom work or purchases. and what people expect to get in their boxes in a certain price range, and what they get, what's the problem with those as well. The Reborn Doll Collective says those types of customers ruin it for everyone. This is why artists take less and less customs. Precisely. So many artists, when I started, were taking customs, and I was so excited. I thought, okay, I will build some reputation, because a lot of good artists will not take just any person for a custom. I know people say, oh, that's elitist, and that they're snobs and this and that. It has nothing to do with snobbery and with elitism. Just as people try to talk about it here on YouTube, it has to do with you as a customer have to build portfolio to get from certain artists, because they have been burned so many times, they don't want to deal with this kind of crap. It is what it is. If you are a known buyer or a new collector, a lot of artists will wait for you to grow. They will wait for you to get experience, to know what you want, and probably, their colleagues to sell to you, and then they will ask, okay, is this artists talk in their circles, okay? Just as collectors talk, just as YouTubers talk, artists know what's going on. And sometimes people say, oh, how did this artist learn about this case? How would she know? I will tell you how, because her colleagues told her. Jen says, yeah, I've been trying to hang on in there with doing customs, but oops, the spell policy will not be happy. Shannon, they're correcting typos. Elise says, so true, Ines. Jen says, I may not go back to customs once I'm done with these last two orders I have. Oh, these last orders I have. Ines says, I agree with you, Katie. Pick the artist you want the paint to look like. Jen says, the custom artists have long wait times because all the other customs artists got run off. Yes, half of the people who were doing customs are not doing customs anymore in a span of couple of years. I wonder why. Paula says, yeah, Jen, that's why I'm waiting until you are ready. Well, there you go. That's Paula. Just a sweet customer. So only a few will take customs. Ines says, the Reborn Doll Collective, pick the artist that paints with the style and coloring you already know they're capable of. Yes, please, can we have this printed on t-shirt? Shelly says, I'm learning so much. Thank you, Shelly. Ines says, I always disclose everything, and that includes what to expect in a box opening. Jen says, same here. Shannon says, me too. I always tell the person what they will be getting with the baby I'm selling from my collection. Ines says, Bell, good point about why artists take less customs. Paula says, all my new collectors. Oh, I'm a new collector, but I always know what I want, and that's great, Paula. I have to say, I think there is a lot of people who do their research and they think what they want. They do their research, and even with first customs, it doesn't mean when you start collecting that first 10 custom orders have to go wrong. You may always have a fabulous experience because you are willing to put time into research. People say, oh, doll collecting, it's not a rocket science. I always die a little when I hear this because, and yeah, you don't have to go to university, but you have to do your research. You have to learn a lot of things, not only about the artist, you have to learn what you want about you, about yourself as a doll collector out there. And what are your preferences? How to act, how to behave when you are ordering, what questions to ask the artist or the seller in this case. Because I have heard and we have seen a lot of horror stories when people just simply didn't ask or they didn't pay attention, and then because as I said, you have to learn as a doll collector, not only to go and research the artist, to know what you want, because nobody can tell you what you want. Nobody can read your mind. So make yourself, it's very, very important to go and see artists' portfolios beforehand, ladies, not when you already put safety deposit and you start your custom, because then it will just create bad water between the artists, because artists will be like, okay, I have been painting for 10 years and I did so many prototypes, and I think a lot of people know my work. I'm not capable, or this is not my style. I'm not going to copy. A lot of people will tell you, I'm not going to copy my colleague's work, and or this doll, or my previous work, which that happens less and less, because I that's something, okay, copies, that's something, don't get me started here. People just taking the pictures and saying, I want exactly the same doll, and it's been done. I just can't with that. That's the topic for another day, though. Let me see. Sharon says, "Thank you, Ines, for correcting that mistake on your spelling. I was about to have an issue with citizens arrest." Hi, Mary Beth. Hey, welcome. So glad you could make it. Paula says, and Jen does a good job. Her dolls, I like the way they look. See, there you go, Paula. She's a collector who did her research. She decided that she likes this artist's work, Jen's work, and she's patiently waiting, and she knows what she's going to get, because she saw all the dolls that Jen previously did, or the pictures, and she has already the vision and expectations kind of like clear. uh, Ines says, copying is my pet peeve. Number 2020. Yes, she did her research and didn't listen to hearsay. Yes, well, I think the pictures, the photos, there is a lot of there. Every custom or every artist has something, a lot of stories, I would say, to tell you about this happened, that happened. The thing is that most of the artists are not on YouTube, not dealing with YouTube people. Let's just put it this way. So, you know what I mean? Because if you were not on YouTube, I think you would not came across certain things as oh my lord, I will be crucified for saying this, but okay. Shannon says, thanks God, someone who thinks for themselves. Oh wait, Jen says, yes, she did her research and didn't listen to hearsay. You gotta find out for yourself. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. Magic moments. Hi, I'm new collector. I have my first custom being created. How many questions are too many to ask the artist? I'm very patient and my artist is amazing. I don't want to bug her or bother her. And Jen says, no question is too many. Uh, yes, I would say, well, I think we should ask questions prior we start the custom as collectors, and as if you're new, don't be afraid to say, I'm a new collector, I admire your work, and I have these questions. If you could be so kind and please kind of like guide me through this custom. And I think every artist will be happy, just to avoid nonsense. At least they will be happy to help you with all your questions. I would just ask the time frame, and if it's postponed couple of weeks, do not freak out. It doesn't mean that the artist is a scammer, because that was the lady's issue. I started to talk about this Russian custom, and that was her first custom from Russia. And as I said, there was a language barrier. The artist was not answering fast enough to her customers' expectations. I think she was just trying to translate, honestly, by Google, or probably waiting for her family member to translate it for her. And then the lady was really upset about pictures not coming fast enough, or how you know how many pictures, and discussion. It's very hard. You have to be really patient with a lot of artists. As I said, especially if they don't speak English or if their English is limited. So don't get freaked out if they don't respond immediately to you. And when you communicate with them, try to communicate in simple sentences. Don't go into rants or talking about like really like in complicated English, because I'm just going to tell you one thing. English is my second language. I don't have problems communicating, but sometimes even myself, I would just go and I would communicate in Russian, which my Russian is super rusty, okay? But sometimes I would have to communicate in Russian because even my English was like complicated for some artists. And some artists like Natalie Vetrova, she's super easy to deal with. Her English is fluent. I think Ines will tell you because she's I think the last one who did the custom with her, and it was just super pleasant. And so Shan says, I agree. You should ask before any money is exchanged. Precisely. And make sure you have the time frames and deposits and payment information clarified, or what is their policy on payments, because a lot of people, they say yes, I will do layaway, and then not a lot of artists offer long layaways. Most of the artists I work with, forget it, okay? Yeah, they will wait like 1 week or 2 weeks, or if it's like if the baby is super expensive, they will be like, okay, yeah, I'll wait, let's say 14 days or 10 days. But no, there are some artists, but most of them, they don't want to do this, and I don't blame them, because it's not only because they have to wait for money, but when the time for installments to be paid come, a lot of people just don't do it. They just wait for artists to contact them, and these artists are just not used to remind people, okay, like okay, so this is the fourth or this is the fifth, and on fifth each month I'm expecting the money and there's no money there, so could you please do something? That's why they don't do it, because I know, even as a seller, there have been instances when people said yes, when I agreed to layaways, even longer ones, and then I had to constantly remind the person, okay, it was the time to pay your installments, could you please send the money, because, well, could you please just send the money? It's not pleasant. So I think that's another thing that you should just ask. Basically, I think you can ask anything. Just do it prior you agree to a custom, and I think they will be happy. Definitely, every seller and every artist will happily answer your questions when you are deciding on a custom, or when you're kind of like talking about it, but not afterwards when they finish your doll, and then some people will start. I'm not saying you, of course, ladies who asked, but I'm just saying some people will start, kind of like act like, okay, I didn't know this, and is this that's upsetting. So try, ladies, to do all your questions and all your information, what you want to ask. Try to ask it beforehand, before the custom is kind of like agreed on, because it is a contract. Sandy says, great information. I will be honest, I'm too impatient for customs. Yes, that's a lot of ladies. Jen says, definitely make sure you get detailed photos. If they don't give them, I wouldn't buy from someone if they don't show clear photos. Yes, Ines, the Reborn Collective says, all or as many as possible. Questions need to be asked before money is put down. Yes, that's what I'm saying, and I will say it till my deathbed or till I finish collecting. With every contract, do it beforehand. The second there is a sale done, it's the seller or the artist, they count on you, and okay, or even when they shipped it all and you received it all, and there were things that you didn't ask about, it's quite honestly client's responsibility and collector's responsibility. in this hobby, of course. Ines says, Natalie is the best, so professional. Hi, our little Reborn world, welcome. Mary Beth says, I've never done a custom. Do you give them the deposit and the rest when it's finished or all up front? I just don't know. Hi, Sandy. Thank you, Shannon. Love all your babies. Hi, Katie. Thank you. Good to know. Love your babies. Thank you so much, Magic Moments. And Shannon says, Mary Beth, different artists will require different things. Ines, the Reborn Doll Collective says, I only had one bad customer who shot first, didn't pay attention to the details, and then complained and started asking questions after and wanted a discount. Either they were not too smart or a scammer. Yes, well, especially well, that's even worse because when you're selling on secondhand market as a collector only, you don't make money. Artists make money on their babies. When you are selling as a private collector and you come across problematic sale and all this stress, it's just seriously it's not pleasant, and it really makes people not to want to sell. That means that will slow down the secondhand market. People will not be selling so many dolls anymore because, yeah, people will always be selling. But I'm telling you, a lot of people will just sell privately. That's what happened in a lot of cases, even here on social media or here on YouTube or in my private groups. I have to tell you, there have been in private groups ladies, there are small private groups, but ladies between themselves, they were announcing, okay, even with Romy Stridham silicones, I'm planning on selling this and this doll. She announced it a couple of days for people to get ready, because some of these dolls can be like 30 grand, okay? I'm talking about like super high-end dolls. And they stopped. These days, you have absolutely no way to get these dolls because there are lists. And people will privately contact the private collector. I'm not talking about artists, about the private collector, and that's happening. It has been happening even here to even to my friends and to myself when we started the list of ladies. They will contact you, and that's how you sell. And I know that people get upset that they didn't get the first shot. Well, I'm sorry, but it's just easier and safer to sell to someone who really truly, they will appreciate the baby. They know you, they know how you operate, they have been following you, let's say, on Instagram. They've seen gazillion and 5.5 photographs of your doll. And quite honestly, I can't blame people for just wanting to have a peaceful sale and just get over with it and pack the baby and just not to think about it, because you already know that buyer, that this buyer has references, and they will not be causing you stomach ulcers down the road. So that's what's been happening also on secondhand market. And I'm completely wide off the topic again. Just a second here. Shannon says, the one I'm doing right now, the custom, it's about the deposit. I paid a deposit and the rest when the baby is complete. Yes, I think I think a lot of artists, they operate. You pay deposit, or you send the kit, or you paid for the blank kit and they order the blank kit. That's how I came across. I paid for the blank kit, and the artist will work on a baby, they will finish the baby, and the rest, the balance, is paid later. Even though I have noticed that a lot of artists who were just taking blank kit, like your kit, as deposit, are not doing it anymore. They require more money to secure your spot. Shannon says, yes, that is what happens, Katie, because people are too scared to just offer babies out there to the wide open world. Peggy says, I didn't mind the way as well. Shelly, I'm going to be buying a baby from another collector, and I just feel so honored that she's selling him to me. Oh, that's so sweet. Ines, the Reborn Doll Collective, says, I'm no longer selling to just anyone. Shannon says, yes, I keep a list for my babies. I start there. I don't blame you, Maribeth says. And Jen says, that's how I rolled. They pay a deposit for the kid or send the kid and pay in the end unless they choose to pay it off sooner. Yeah. So I think that's how would we call it? Like general consensus that we do. Yes, we usually artists do require, unless you are a friend and they know that you're not going to back out, or you are well known collector and you have a good record with that particular artist or their friends. Because I came across in the past year and or 2 years, I was not asked for deposit with certain artists, which was really, which was like a compliment, because this artist was not, they were not, I'm sorry, they were not cheap artists. They were not, they were like really well known artists, and they didn't require anything. So that was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm there. When you are known, you know that you are known as a good buyer, someone who will pay, someone who doesn't have crazy behavior patterns, who's not creating any waves, who's not over demanding now. Of course, these dolls are expensive, so yeah, we should have our demands and everything, but not to be over demanding and just hunting your artist constantly. Just like, what's happening? What's happening? What are you doing? Okay, can I get another picture? Or also the box openings. What comes with the box openings and how heavy the dolls should be? I think that's nothing new. That's another question the lady asked. One of my followers. This was on Instagram. Well, I have to tell you, most of my dolls, they come light as a feather. Okay, I reweight 99.9% of my dolls. I reweight, and I even in a lot of percentages, unless the sculpt comes with original body. Let's say Natalie Bleak doesn't do cloth doll cloth bodies. They don't come with her kits, so usually the artist will have to provide these bodies. And I don't know, collectors who have been for some time around, ladies there, I think you all remember how a lot of artists prefer these jointed doe sweet bodies. For Natalie, I don't know, it was just this Natalie Bleak trend. Uh, Her kits don't come with these bodies, and all of the artists loved to use these jointed weird bodies. And all of collectors I know, they kept switching these bodies and switching these bodies. Like, oh, I can't, it looks funny. I don't know, I think Shannon also had this problem with Penny. I think it was with Penny, because I know that Susie had the Penny issue, and I had one with Chloe, one of my Chloes, not from Natalie Vetrova, the other one. I just don't know if there is some kind of like deal between Natalie Bleak's blind kids and these. I don't know. It was just mostly it was domestic artists, even very well known artists here in US have been using these bodies, and I think they're just hopeless. These bodies, I don't like those. I don't know if you remember, ladies. Just as this how I roll. Okay. I'm there too. Toot toot. I think Inez was responding to Shannon's comment. Uh, Jennifer's Reborns, ahoy. Inez says, yeah, everyone needs to learn how to reweight their own dolls. Yes, my Raven had one too. Yeah, yes, so there you go with that body. I think Shannon saw a couple of them. Paula says, I like preemies. Actually, I got my first yesterday. Yay, she is light, but I saw on another video about reweighting, so I have no problem doing it myself. And this is the correct attitude that Shelly is having here. She's a new collector, and she's very excited, and she knows that, yeah, I will be fine. There is tons of tutorials. I'm not going to make a big deal out of something like simple like reweighting the doll, and I'm not going to hound the seller for that, and I will just do it. I like it. I have been like this too. I mean, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. When I was reweighting my Elise, that doll weighed, I'm not even kidding you, my Elise. It was 3 months old lady. Baby, not lady. And she weighed 12 pounds. 12 pounds, ladies. She was full of glass beads. Now, that was a good deal because I didn't pay a lot for that baby. And I got all these glass beads. This seller, poor guy, poor lady. I mean, ugh, there was a humongous bag of beads just in that doll. It was heavy as a sin, I'm telling you. And when I finally decided to reweight this doll, my hands were all sweaty and everything. And when I was done, I was so proud of myself. And I thought, why was I waiting so long to have this done? It's seriously nothing. And it's crucial for every collector to know these things, because artists have different ways of weighting their dolls. Uh, if you're getting a doll from overseas, there is 90% chance that doll will weigh nothing, and you will have to do it. And what if something happens? What if your cloth body one day you decide, okay, I don't like this cloth body? Will you be constantly sending your doll out for someone, paying for the shipping and for this person's time and materials? I think it's just easier just to learn these things, and I like this attitude when people are just not afraid. Shannon says, yes, the jointed bodies are so bad. Sandy says, everyone likes their babies certain way. Exactly. And I will tell you, a lot of artists, a lot of them, they like their babies heavier, and a lot of them, they like them lighter. And it doesn't matter how nicely they can make 10 people happy, and there will be this one customer who will be like, oh, heck no, I don't like this. I don't want this is too heavy, or this is too light for me. So I think it's just the easiest way, ladies, just to jump right into it, into the process. Cut that zip tie, just do it. There is plenty of tutorials. I have a couple of them in my playlist. Inez has a couple of them. A lot of artists, Jackie, I think, has a good one, how she was reweighting her doll. So you will survive that, and the doll will survive it. Even one lady from my local group who completely never did that. Never. Kylie. She was terrified, and she just didn't want to. Not terrified, but she thought, okay, she was kind of like half disturbed by the thought that she would disassemble her doll, and she's doing it nowadays. So you can conquer it. It's not all that horrendous. Shannon says, reweighting is awesome. Katie has one up, and so does Ines. Thank you, Shannon. Sandy says, wait. Belle says, holy cow, I'm from Jennifer's Reborn. I'm from Holland. Yay! Welcome. Welcome. It must be pretty late there. Shelly says 12. Wow. Wait, what 12, ladies? Oh, yeah, 12 pounds. Yes. My Elise, I'm telling you, I could have, if I took the doll and just tossed it at someone, I could have killed the person. She was super heavy. Paula says, the girl and I at the post office, every time my babies come, we will wait them. I right there at the post office. Yisraela, hi, welcome, darling. Hello, I'm late, still at work. Oh my goodness, you're working today. Thank you for being here. Mary Beth says, I would be happy if the artists that were to do my custom were just to send me the limbs, head, and a body, and I would be happy to put them together myself. It's easier than reweighting them. Yes, or that. Well, but a lot of ladies, Mary Beth, you're an artist. You have been painting your babies, but a lot of ladies kind of want that box opening feeling, like the baby is coming and you open it and you want to see it. A lot of collectors. I don't mind getting unassembled kit, but a lot of collectors want that special moment when you open the box. The emptiness reborn doll nursery. Hi, how are you? Welcome. And Shelly says, "True, that's true, Mary Beth." So yes, where was I with the uh, photos? And now, what should be in a box? That's, I think, every artist has different things, and I don't even know if there is a policy about it. How many or what is, if there's a general kind of like model of how to do it. I think every artist, they do their own thing, how many outfits they will send and what the presentation will be. I think it heavily depends on the price of the doll. If you are getting a really truly good price on your custom, I think it's not reasonable to expect to get Spanish knits or Portuguese outfit or anything like that. If you're getting, especially on budget babies, I think they come with one outfit and or a blanket. And sometimes if these babies are done for friends, of course, uh, the artist may send some extras, but I think I don't know if you have. I never have expectations with my box openings. It's nice when I receive a nice box opening. I'm not going to pretend, oh my gosh, I was disgusted by that great box opening, because why would they do it? It put like they made me nervous. No, I love to see nice stuff. But on the other hand, I have received my favorite dolls, and they came even with clothing that didn't fit. Okay, it was a different size. I'm just going to say it as it is. It was. It was. Never used that clothing for my babies. For most of my box opening uh, clothes, I don't use. I just keep them in a boxes and it's packed, and I don't use those clothes. And it depends for how much I sell my doll. But if I resell the doll and it's going to a collector who is sweet and who appreciate it, it was pleasure to deal with, and the price is reasonable, I will send originals. If I'm selling the doll for a lot less, I will not send the originals. And they will know, of course, prior as a seller. But I'm not an artist, of course. I'm not talking about custom artists, but custom orders. I'm just talking about the secondhand market. I think everything depends on the price, and everything depends on how you make sure about all informations and details and everything beforehand. I don't know about you ladies out there who already had customs. Did you receive any like special info? What will be in a box opening? Because I never did. Like how many outfits the doll will. It's always a surprise to me. Actually, always. Okay, let me see. Comment here. The emptiness Reborn doll nursery says, "I'm doing great. Hope you're doing good. Also, everybody's healthy over there. That's good." Jennifer's Reborn says, "I can understand very little English. With me in Netherlands, it is already night." Well, you're doing great, Jennifer. Shelly, I'm new, but I just don't expect it, and if it happens, then I'm happy. Paula Widener says, "I like the box opening because I like the excitement of knowing I got my baby coming in." Judy with an I, beautiful baby. Thank you so much. Elise says, "I'm in Norway too." Jennifer, it's 2 a.m. Oh my word, Elise. Oh, ladies, thank you so much for sitting here with us during such like deep night hours. Judy says, "I'm new here also." Thank you so much, Judy. Welcome. Welcome, darling. Shannon says, "No, I never receive any info on box openings." So there you go. Shannon is a very seasoned collector. She has extensive collection of babies. She went through a lot of box openings, and she just confirmed that she never, so Shannon, you never received anything beforehand, like, okay, you will receive these and these, unless it's an eBay auction and you kind of like see what outfits are on the pictures or not. Sandy says, I really enjoy putting together a box opening when sending a baby. And me too. I'm telling you, if the buyer is so pleasant, I will always put extras in my box openings. Always. And I'm not even an artist. So I will tell you, a lot of artists, they are proud to send their babies with beautiful presentation. And I think it takes practice as well, even for an artist to do box openings. And I think as they get better and their prices are getting better for them, that means higher for the customer, they will offer more things in box openings. But if, as I said, if we're getting a brand new baby for a couple of $100s, I think it's unreasonable to expect a humongous box openings, unless you pay, of course, because there are a lot of artists. I know that Wanda Moore, if you go from Bushel and Peck Nursery, she's one of the pioneers and she's one of the first prototype and master artists, and she has a super waiting her prices are very low. I think they're like in 500 they start, and I'm talking like rooted and everything. But she will tell you, yes, this and this, like basic basic custom, that means baby blanket outfit, it starts here and here. If you want anything extra, and she charges a lot, she charges like 100 or 150 for a lot of things. I mean, the box opening, and then if you want certain kind of hair, that's extra. So it can kind of like snowball. But if you go on her website, you will see she has very, all of her terms. I like that. All of her terms are there very clearly printed, so you can kind of browse and you see what you will get and decide if that's the deal for you, and you are patient. That's a artist that offers like still good prices. Ines says, the Reborn Doll Collective, not with master artists that I buy from directly. So yeah, Ines too. She never. I didn't. I never ever. None of my artists, even my artists, the artists that I was buying from. Nobody ever mentioned what was in a box opening. If there was any guideline for box openings, I didn't know how to answer that question of that lady. So that's why I decided to do this live, and I wanted ladies here, my moderators, because they have been around and they have been through a lot of sales, and they had prototypes even, so they could kind of like pinch in and help me out here with answering this. Jen says, Bell's Reborn Nursery, I always share what's included with my babies just to cover myself. Yes, well, see, that's a good policy, because you have also a lot of people who are newcomers and new collectors as well, Jen. And I think it's always nice to be safe and just to say beforehand, you will be getting this and this and this, just to prevent any problems in the future down the road. Paula says, like with my first one, I paid 150 for him. He came with onesie bed he wore home, an outfit and he came with an extra outfit and onesie and a few diapers and a blanket and pacifier. Well, that's I think like a regular bags opening, getting all these things. Shannon says, sorry girls, I get a phone call. I hope I didn't miss anything. Hi, Lilas. Hi. Okay, let me see here. Elephants and Unicorns Nursery. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Kitty, jumping in really quick. Please give Charlie love from me. Hope he's good. Love to you both. Thank you so much, Ashley. He's right here. He's chewing on his food again. Jennifer's Reborn says, I also have a YouTube channel. I also make videos about my reborns. Paul says, no, I have never gotten info what was supposed to be in a box opening. So I think we can say safely, I have never in all these years came across the list, unless it was an eBay listing and I saw what was in. I didn't get a lot of dolls from eBay. I got like my first and second Reborn from eBay. And that was it, I guess. Yeah. Uh, Lilas, hello everyone. Hi, darling. Ines, exactly. I never specify what exact outfit. I just state it comes with this amount of outfit and blanket, and it is an etc. Okay, here's I missed this one. I missed a couple of them. Okay, so Shannon says it is always a surprise unless it is Lena Smith. Her babies come with a choice of box openings for a price. I think she has 3 levels of box opening choices. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So Lena does that. So you can choose if you want to just get a baby or basic box opening, or if you want boutique. I think they call it boutiques box openings. Okay, so that's good to know. I never had Lena Smith's baby, so I love her boxes and I love her presentation. Uh, Ines says the Reborn Doll Collective, but from a seller point of view, I always announce what is included. Even if it's not specified, I do state one outfit of my choice, etc. Yes, so that's what I usually do. What did I do with my Rosalie? I'm trying to think. I did a photo shoot for the sale. So I said, yeah, that baby is coming with this outfit. I got this new set and I told the mom or the buyer. So she knew that. And yeah, I do the same thing. Outfit of my choice. I usually send extras, and I think everyone here, all of the ladies that I know who have been selling, they always send extras. At least most of my box openings have been great experiences. See, Elise, I love your babies. I love your babies. I was looking at your Instagram today. Shelly says, Charlie for president. Thank you, Auntie Shelly. Shannon says, yes, eBay, they will tell you what it comes with. Mary Beth says, here's my vote. Charlie, now you have to say hi. Now you have to say hi, okay? Say hi, aunties. Look, this is what I've been talking about, ladies. He is going to get his tests done. This is off topic now for a second. Because some ladies asked what is his hypothyroidism. So this is how it looks when the hair starts disappearing around the neck area. So that's what we've been dealing with. He's getting his test done. I think his meds need to be adjusted again. But he's doing good. He's doing good. He's been bossing around not only our house, but the whole street. All dogs are scared of him. So, yeah, he's not even 6 pounds. Jen says, oh, okay, he's social. He has my vote too. Thank you. Shelly says, you're so great at photos too. I hope I can get better at it so much. I love looking at pictures of Instagram. Oh yeah, I think that's the fun. I think I don't know. I just love taking pictures, and I know that Ines just loves to do photo shoot as well. A lot of ladies that I follow, and I think it's good to see what other people are doing and just following the artists, because artists, of course, photography sells these days, and sometimes I'm amazed by these photo shoots some of these artists are doing. It's just amazing, all the props and the light. Even though I don't like when they use filters, some artists, I don't know what's up with that. Even on Instagram, a lot of collectors, they got into using a lot of filters, and if you're a private collector, that's fine. But if you're an artist, I think it's no. There shouldn't be any filters used on pictures when you're selling, especially high budget dolls. I don't know. Sometimes it's just I just keep wondering: is this a real light or what's going on there? Because they all look the same, and I can never get two pictures from two different days looking the same when it comes to light. And I know a lot of people are using studio lights, but I've seen and I've heard that some artists are using filters, so that's no in my book. Okay, Paula says I look at it this way: it's up to the seller what's going to be in a box opening. Yes, well, yes, it is, but I think sellers should also disclose what you're getting, just to avoid any problems. Most of the buyers are super excited about the doll, but yeah, I mean the presentation it should be nice. Everything should be clean. I have received what was it? Which doll was it? It wasn't a doll. It was clothing. I got something secondhand, and I opened the box, and the clothing was not only it wasn't clean, but it was a lot of human hair there. I can deal with animal hair if it's just not a lot there. Okay, here like one hair or two hairs or three hairs. If you have a doggy or a cat, it's fine. But human hair, I can't stand human hair. I got sick, okay, guys. I'm like OCD cleaning germ person, and hair. I can't deal with hair, so I think the presentation should be nice. It should be clean, even if it's a second hand, because there's nothing with second hand. If you're getting a great deal on a doll, and seller will send you a now what is second hand? That's another thing. If you use the clothing for one photo shoot or for one video, I don't think it's a used clothing. That will be probably the topic for another day. But I just want to say, because if you buy a high-end or expensive piece of clothing, as for some of my sets are expensive, and this is not me just because I want to sound so extra. It is what it is. It's the truth. And if I use that one piece of clothing or one set in my video, and I take 5 pictures and I take it off, it's still new. It wasn't worn, it wasn't washed, it wasn't worn by a child, it wasn't outside of the house. It was just there on the doll. It's new, and some people are very particular about that. So I think it's just always safer, even for seller and for the buyer, just to be clear on the terms. And also what it means. Okay, you're getting this and this piece of clothing, and yeah, it was on my doll. To me, that's still new, because I've heard one, oh my gosh, in a scammer group, lady going completely bananas, saying that she was promised new clothing, and she received the clothing that was in a photo shoot of the doll. And I'm thinking, well, that's kind of the whole point of doing a photo shoot, because you want to show what's coming with the doll. So some people you just can't please. Some people you can't please. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how clear you are on terms. It doesn't matter how long explanation or description is, or video, or is IGTV video, selling video, or YouTube video is. It's just sometimes you just can't please them, or you can't help it. So I'm sorry, but that was just one of the most ridiculous stories I've heard. That the clothing was used. Well, it was used in your photo shoot. So Jen Bell's Reborn Nursery says natural lighting shows their true flesh tones. Shannon loves me some Reborn Babies too says, I agree. I bought some clothing secondhand and it smelled bad. Like musky odors. Oh my word. Yeah, like it came from a basement. I can't stand something that smells bad, guys. Please make sure your things smell nice. Yes. Uh, Jen says, I agree. One time used on a doll is still new. Thank you. Shannon agrees. Someone tried to start pool with me because she got an outfit one of my baby dolls wore once. Yeah, that's not what is up with that. Okay, it's a new piece. The doll is not pooping. They're not spitting. They're not sweating. You just used it for a photo shoot. Uh, I mean, so it's the same like when you go to the store and you go to the fitting rooms. How many people tried that blouse that you just got last week, let's say? Can you imagine people? These things are sold as new, right directly from the store, but you don't know how many people try these things on. And I'm talking about humans with sweaty armpits and stuff. These are dolls. So it's still new. I'm sorry. I don't care what people say about this. This is nonsense, I think. Ines, the Reborn Doll Collective says those people are just after discounts because they're cheapos. Yes. Oh my goodness. Uh, just as Bell's Reborn Nursery, sometimes I get doubles of outfits too. If they're super cute, I'll buy one for myself and one for a customer. Yes, and yeah, plus some people like us here, ladies, we love to shop, and I sometimes forget I order two same outfits or two same styles, or I order one and then my mom sends me one. For everyone who has been at my sales, you will know this is not a rare occasion. It happens all the time with me. It's absolutely ridiculous with baby clothing here. Judy Hurley. Hi, Judy. Hi, ladies. Jumping in late, catching up on social media as I have been in hospital for several days. Thank you for your wonderful platform, Katie Love, sweet Charlie. Thank you so much, Judy. I hope you're fine. You're okay. I didn't know that you were in hospital. Yes. Shannon says, "Oh my goodness, Judy, glad you're here. I hope you're feeling better." Yes, me too. So I think, yeah, I think we're clear on that. Let me see. Here I'm catching. So yeah. So you, oh, Judy, you're home from the hospital. You're not going back, right? Oh my goodness. I'm scared when I every time I hear hospital, I get scared. So where was we, ladies? About the box openings. What else? What else would you like to ask, or you think that new collectors should know? I think I covered pretty much all the questions that I had here from the ladies on Instagram. It was what should be said, or what kind of contract should be here before custom. I think we covered that. We covered how, if to expect work in progress, how, yeah, how often. Okay, so I don't know, I can't remember if I said that, but I think work in progress, most of us, we don't receive work in progress. I think I don't know if it is what it is. If you're buying from a well-known artist, there are huge chances that you're not going to get any work in progress pictures. You will just get the final product pictures. Oh, one more thing. When do you say what are your expectations about the baby, and what is, wait a second, where is that question? I can't even read what I wrote here on my paper. This lady was asking me what kind of details is to ask about the custom. So I think everybody has to go according what they want, what look they want, and also artist capabilities. Just like Ines said earlier, there was a good discussion. Everyone, all ladies who are interested and who are new and who just got here, I think there were really good points from, I think, Shannon, Ines, and Jen all talked about it there. That we should just research the artist style and just go curb expectations according to every artist's painting style. How advanced they are, their palette. Some artists love red tones. Some artists love more like flesh tones. Some artists do peaches and cream. So I think that covers the details as well. Judy says, I'm fine. Colitis, non-COVID, thanks goodness. Oh, okay. I didn't want to ask, but I'm glad. Okay, so I'm glad it's nothing like the virus. Jennifer says, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Have a nice for you. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much for sticking till now, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night. uh, Jen says exactly because every artist has their own style. So I think we're pretty much covered everything. I just don't want to this to be forever. Oh my gosh, I have been on for a long time. So ladies, I will wrap this up. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments or just shoot me a message on Instagram. I will try to do these lives with questions more often because I have some new subscribers and I keep making these videos addressing like one issue and it kind of like gets lost. So I think these lives, when I will have other collectors, I really truly appreciate when I have artists here who can address these questions. And when I have my ladies here like Ines and Shannon, thank you so much, and Jen as well for helping me answer these questions and to kind of like bring variety to the answers, because what I like other collectors doesn't have to like, and I think I'm going to just say, okay, here we go again with this group thing or elitist thing, but I'm just going to say it because when I mention Ines and when I mention Shannon here or other ladies on my channel, it's not mentioning because we're this group of God knows what. I know them and I have known them for a long time. And I think I know their style of collecting. It's the same they can say about me. They pretty much know, my friends, how I collect. And I can tell you, with three of us, it's three different expectations, three different styles. So I want to thank Ines and to Shannon and also to Jen, who have been actively answering these questions of ladies here. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for helping me, for moderating, for just being present here. Let me catch up here. Mika, that was a great live. Thank you so much, Mika. Again, welcome to my channel. Thank you for asking the questions, for being here. I really, truly appreciate all of you ladies. New ladies, don't be afraid to ask the questions. Even me, if you are watching, don't be afraid. Just, you see, there are a lot of collectors here. A lot of collectors, a lot of ladies. There is also... what's her name? I forgot her name. I'm sorry. Okay, scratch that. Who can help me to answer them? So even if I don't see your question, there is a huge chance that one of my moderators or artists who are watching will see that and they will answer it. So don't be shy, okay? Don't be shy, even if you feel like, oh, that's kind of like funky question. No question is funky. If you're asking beforehand, if you're doing it to avoid any future problems, as other ladies here told you, no question is the wrong question when it's asked beforehand and when it's asked with a good intention. Okay. Great life, Katie. Great life, Katie. Good conversation, good energy. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you, Alice. Thank you for a great life. Jen says, have a great night, everyone. Ines says, give this thumbs up if you love Charlie. Thank you so much. Emptiness, Reborn Doll Nursery. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Mary Beth. Thank you, Katie, and good all night. Love you, Charlie and Karolinka. And I forgot to change my doll. I just completely forgot, ladies. I wanted to show you this outfit on my Evie. Okay, so I'll show you next time. Ines says, yes, the biggest takeaway here is ask questions before you commit to the purchase by exchanging money. Ladies, yeah, I agree. And Shannon says, yes, that is the biggest takeaway. Lots learned here. Love you guys. So thank you again, guys, everyone who has been here. It has been a pleasure. I love this live. It was super energetic. I was pumped up. Now I'm going to just drop dead. I need my coffee. So Charlie needs his walk. My moderators, they're hungry. It's late. So thank you so much, everyone. Again, have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Ines, the Reborn Doll Collective, and thank you, Shannon Loves Me Some Reborn Babies, for moderating here, for kind of like guiding me through the chat. Thank you, everyone who asked. Thank you also, Jen, who has been kind of like bringing light on some of her custom work. So thank you again, guys, and I will see you next week with another live. If you have any questions and suggestions for live, just shoot me a message or comment down there below. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, bye.